How's it going, everyone? It's Sam, one of the biggest YouTubers and one of the biggest Twitter personalities out there who's generally pretty, I don't want to say conservative, but he's not hyperbolic. He's not a moon boy. He just said Bitcoin is going to 6x from here. I want to talk about that, talk about why Bitcoin's moving up right now, because we are above 43,000 and we are at a very key level. Like literally, we could be pumping up very quickly in the next 24 hours. I want to talk about that along with what Elizabeth Warren just said that could actually be great for the markets. If you don't mind, hit subscribe, turn on the bell notification underneath the video so you can see future videos just like this one as soon as I publish them, because while there is some time in the market right now where you can take a breather, that's not going to happen for long. There's going to be huge pieces of news that come out and you want to hear it as soon as possible. There's also a link down there to HG Access. I, along with 9 other creators, are posting there daily, talking about some of the biggest news in the market, some of the cryptos that we are looking at, posting exclusive content there. So you can check that out. Also, there are 2 days left before the end of the month, which means that you still have a few days to get in on that free lifetime membership chance. We're giving away 1 free lifetime membership to HG Access. We're going to pick a winner in just 2 days. You have to be in the next 2 days to be that winner. There's also a link down there to Margex. We are at such a key point on Bitcoin right now that I'm like eyeing this like an eagle. I'm watching this. If you want to trade this, there is a link to Margex underneath the video. There's a deposit bonus as well when you sign up and make your first deposit, up to 20%, which can be used towards fees. There's no KYC either, and it's super quick and easy to set up. As you can see here, we are at this trend line. This is a trend line that we have bounced against a lot. This was actually the channel, the bottom of the channel way back in October. Let's see if I can even get there by scrolling like this. We can't. So you can see right here, we bounced against this. It was our support for a long time. And then we moved way above it. And then we actually fell below it over here. And now we are right back above it right now, just barely hanging on by a thread. If we can flip this into support and start moving back up, we could see a big move in Bitcoin. Now, is that a $5,000 move? Not necessarily. We would have to probably go against the top end of this channel, which would be right around 45,000 maybe. But it is a nice little move. We could move back into the mid 44s or something like that if we can really flip this into support. And I think part of the reason we're actually moving up today, again, check out the link to Margex. Part of the reason we're moving up today is because we have had more volume come into IBIT, the iShares Bitcoin Trust, as opposed to leaving out of Grayscale. Within the first hour of trading, BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF is surpassing GBTC in volume, marking the first time a new Bitcoin ETF is outperforming Grayscale. That's awesome. That means that people are buying. There are actually more people buying than selling for the first time in the opening hour after the market. Well, in the opening hour of the market. So that's causing more people to wanna ape in. If they're seeing the ETFs start to buy heavily, they want to ape in as well. And you can see maybe this is exactly what we were looking for just a few days ago. We got rejected by this very trend line, and now it looks like we're using it as support. I'm looking at a long right here. I might be putting this on very soon. Now, we also got news from Elizabeth Warren, urging the Fed to reverse troubling rate hikes, according to CNN. She said rate hikes that put housing out of reach for many. Now, Elizabeth Warren is not well liked in the cryptocurrency industry, and she does have she needs to run for re-election in September. So she's probably saying whatever she has to get the masses to like her. But still, if the Fed actually does cut rates, which I think is very likely this year, this is very bullish for risk markets. This is very bullish for crypto. This is very bullish for stocks. I would be paying attention to this because this means that more money will flow from money markets, from savings accounts, over into crypto, into high alpha stocks or very volatile stocks. We're seeing a pretty nice low rebound on a lot of miners today, Bitcoin miners, on Tesla stock too. People are flooding money into some of the riskier investments. Now, some people think that we are going to go up huge. for example, Scott Melker, the Wolf of All Streets, is saying that we could have a $240,000 Bitcoin this cycle. Now, he's not a moon boy from what I've been able to tell in the past. He is very well thought of in the cryptocurrency industry. He's an influencer with almost 1 million followers over on Twitter and hundreds of thousands on YouTube as well. His thought process is actually very simple. In the last halving, you go from $20,000 at the high all the way up to $69,000 high. That's an appreciation of 250.86%. He explains if you take that next 250% from 69,000, we're looking at Bitcoin around 240,000. Okay, so just really simply, if you just look at the previous cycle, we did exactly what he's talking about. We moved up 250%. Now, I will say, a lot of people think that there's going to be decreasing amounts of pump, or there's just going to be less of a pump this cycle than the last cycle, because that's what we've seen in the past. There is one major difference, though, between this cycle and past cycles. We're seeing less Bitcoin on exchanges. There's actually less available Bitcoin, which means that the price can pump up much faster. Also, there are a lot of entities that haven't been able to buy in the past that are now able to. So we could actually see a bigger pump than we saw last cycle. We're seeing rules change where people can buy cryptocurrency for the first time easily without having to self-custody or keep it on an exchange. We're seeing accounting rules change, which allows companies to buy. And again, that supply is lower for the first time ever in a cycle. And we're moving into the halving, which makes it even harder for new Bitcoin to hit the market. So this is almost a perfect setup. I would not be surprised if we actually saw a bigger pump than most people think this next bull run. Now, I will say it still makes sense to take profits, in my opinion. Some people will wait to the very end, and then we'll see a dip, and then they'll think, okay, this is the last dip before a massive pump, and then we'll go into a bear market. That's just how it always works. There will be people that don't make any money. They just accumulate more and more crypto and then have to sit out the entire next bear market just with no cash. But I will be sitting here taking profits towards the top while we move up. People will be pissed off because I will be selling some the whole way up. But I think we are still bound to see life-changing gains that people think aren't possible right now. And if you want to get in on that, it's very simple. All you have to do is buy some crypto right now. I have many videos on the channel about what I'm buying, what I'm looking at. There are a lot of opportunities, in my opinion, right now. And we have seen a nice little dip in a lot of cryptocurrencies over the last couple of weeks, but we're starting to move back up. You only have a set amount of time before you will miss the train. We are in a life-changing time, though. I will always keep some allocation to Bitcoin. No matter how high it goes, I will not sell out completely because in my mind, I always want some exposure. Let me know your thoughts on all this underneath the video. I realize I said some controversial stuff over the last couple minutes. There is a link down there to Margex as well, where you can start trading cryptocurrency. If you want to trade this breakout, you can check out the link, and I guarantee you, within 5 minutes, you can have a trade on this. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I will see you in the next video.